Indian women's hockey team that has reached the semi-final of the Asiad. The last time the Indian women's won a gold medal was way back in 1982, and that's the only gold. Their best finish was, of course, in the previous edition, closest when they came in second. And now they have to beat China to get a place in the final. And speaking to us ahead of that encounter is their prolific head coach, an Olympic gold medalist and a World Cup winner, Janneke Schopman. Janneke, thank you so much for speaking to us.
Well, I'm happy to be here, and lots of accolades, but long time ago,
Yes, you're being a little too modest, but only one gold so far for the Indian women's hockey team. You reckon that's massive pressure going into a semi-final clash or going into this particular games?
I don't think it is really. I think, we've talked a lot about, the pressure of this tournament for us, also knowing we're the highest ranked team here. But actually, we're not too busy with it. We did discuss it in depth. What does that do with us? The pressure of being maybe the favorite, having to win to qualify. We know we just have to play hockey, and that's what I keep telling them. Can we just play and show up on the field and show what we can do? And I think we have a great chance of winning then, and maybe we still don't win. I can't predict the future, but I know we have a very good chance of winning, and that's what I want for them also, that they just play hockey and show what they are capable of to the entire world, because I think that's what they deserve. They're pretty good.
Right, now this is the first Asian Games here at the helm for you. What different have you done in terms of preparations? Because you've done Commonwealth Games. This is the first bigger thing, the biggest games you've come as the head.
For me, not so much, in the sense that it's a big tournament, but for me, every tournament counts. But what I do recognize is that the Asian Games is a very big tournament in Asia, in India. The amount of press, the amount of requests the players get, the exposure this tournament has. So you feel in every way, shape and form that it's huge and way bigger than, even the Commonwealth. And of course, Nations Cup wasn't in that respect a big thing at all. So I think it's more the external things that come into play that makes it a little bit different. And we talked about that as well as a team. How can we just make sure that we stay focused on ourselves and not get too much distraction from outside?
Right, and we obviously have this one thing that we even also spoke to a lot of the foreign coaches who are here helming affairs at India, striking a rapport considering the cultural differences. How important does that get, especially when you're taking charge in a country like India?
No, it's maybe the most important thing that you touch upon right now, because I don't know what I don't know, I always say. And for me, it's important to listen to the players, to listen to the staff, to get their inputs. I'm not Indian. I've lived there for a while now, but some things, it's just hard for me to understand culturally, the background, the language in itself, of course. So what I've done from the start, or tried to do, is to give the players a voice and just say, look, you have to help me a little bit here. What do you guys need? What do you guys want? And that is on the field, off the field. What is important for us? What behaviors do we want to show? What values do we have as a team? And at the same time, the same question is for on the field. And I deliberately asked them when I took over, look, I know that we have a certain playing style, but what do you think is India? What is India DNA? What do you want to show on the field? What do you like? What do you not like? And, they were quite open about that. And I'm trying to, get that in there. So, it's who we are. It's what we do. And they have to show that, right?
Right. And I'm just hoping you're picking up some of the key Hindi words as well there. But how do you build that sort of rapport then, Janneke, to strengthen that bond? Have you done some things, any sort of team bonding exercises together? How has that panned out?
Yeah, I think we try to do a lot of things, and sometimes the girls organize themselves. So in March, we actually went on a camping trip, and it was something that I wanted to do for a long time. And luckily, we had that opportunity close to where we are in camp in Bangalore. And we have a leadership group typically. So 4 of the girls organized a team activity. And what was really fascinating, so we were doing a variation of charades, I call it, because we're with a big group. and but they were kind of enjoying it themselves, and then they made up new rules, and they're like, no, wait a minute, we do a break, and then they are like, no, now you have to say something about the person next to you, but it can't be hockey related, so you have to say something that you like about this person. So, and we started doing that, which is quite hard actually. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. We talk a lot about our values. So honesty is one of our values. So a while back was a pretty big ask that I had is using this traffic light system. So say if you're red, you have to change certain behavior. If you're orange, it's okay, but maybe you can improve certain things. And green, you're absolutely great and keep going. And they were kind of giving each other feedback on certain behaviors. And yeah, that was amazing, I must say, how they took to that task and also received the feedback, because of course it's not always easy to hear. And the last thing I can share is like we have this game I brought from the Netherlands. It's called Werewolves, and you have all these different characters, but point of the matter is there's a couple of werewolves and they're killing the villagers in the middle of the night, and you have to guess. Yeah, it's kind of like Mafia, but there's different more characters to it. So, we play that actually quite a bit, and we played it yesterday again, and they have a great time, and they're challenging each other, and it's a great way of interacting and having a good time, unless you get killed in the beginning of the game, because then it's not so much fun. But can't have everything.
No, but this sounds a lot of fun, Janneke, and it's a great way to sort of get productivity and get some positive responses and build that sort of rapport as well. That sounds interesting. But if I had to just ask you about the change that you've seen in the entire outfit from the earlier times when you weren't head coach to now at this point when you take over, what would that change be?
Wow, many things, of course. I think the ability for the players as an individual, but also as a team, they're willing to embrace pretty much everything, the challenges I throw at them, the ability to learn, to get better, to learn new things. I suggest things and they're always like, okay, we'll have a go. Like mindfulness is this thing we're doing to help us mentally prepare as well. And I've been trying some new things, and they're always so welcoming and saying, good, that's fine. We'll try it and let's see if we like it or we don't like it. And I think, they always surprise me with how much they can actually do and how much growth they've shown. And if I look at the field and how we can play hockey and how many skills they have, I always tell them, I don't have those hands, I don't have those skills. In that respect, it's just showing more and more of who they are on the field, their potential, their strengths. And, I think that's more and more coming out of it. And I think that's what people see, or I hope people see that.
All right, just to sort of wrap up this interview, and we know you're busy there in Hangzhou, what would you say is your key ideology when it comes to this particular outfit and sort of furthering this cause and looking ahead, because there's also Paris Olympics?
I think, do it together, contribute. I think, everyone's talking about the 18 players that are here, but actually we have 34 players, and all 34 were important. And we had some longer term injuries, but they also play their role in our team. The ones that didn't get picked were crucial in our preparation, because we had to play good quality games and they had to show up and fight hard. And it was immensely hard for them because they wanted to be here also. So for me, being part of a team means you put the team first. And, that team embodiment, for me, contributing, adding something, making it, the sum is always more than the equal of its parts, that sort of stuff. Maybe that's my mantra. And I think you do need to have fun as well. I think the enjoyment of doing this, and, we're in this village, and I say, look, we can put our, I say our shades on, not see anything, and be in a tunnel, but look around and enjoy yourself. And, when we get to the field, we're ready to play, and then we'll give it our all.
Well, that sounds amazing, Janneke, and I'm sure at the helm, they really have it lucky with you around. But thank you so much for taking some time out and speaking to us here on Firstpost, and we wish you all the best as always.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll be off. Bye.
It's the dream of every cricketer. the ultimate glory. Few manage to keep their date with destiny. But for many, it's been heartbreaks and a cross to bear. The Holy Grail is here in India. I'm Rupha Ramani, and Firstpost brings you the ringside view. We bring you the Cup of Dreams, Cricket World Cup coverage like never before.